change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes the catch. It's Burks. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Burks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Hauls it in down the sideline. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one. And
the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
2nd down coming up in this red zone opportunity. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
As that ball starts to get towards the sideline, they're running these option plays. Man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary by this defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. The guys after the miss, no change in the score. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play-action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
He'll run for it. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Harbor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, this isn't the start this guy envisioned. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 drops in the game. He's got to get his mind right.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that cover.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, it's 3rd and short, and the offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing 4th down.
And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. RPO complete to open the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Gibson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got backfield, it's Mateer. They go to the wide receiver screen. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
On target to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
They'll move the tight end. Oh, they're after him. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harbor. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
The Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, trying to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, South Carolina. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going with the counter play here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
On the move, it's Ott. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced the punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bennett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The give to the left. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The short hands, it's Gibson. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He's got him in the flat. Powers through the defender. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So now it's second and long. to go up top. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on third down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up fourth down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
We are just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This is exactly what we talked about at halftime. This defense, they have to get to the quarterback to get back into this football game. Make life hard, get some sacks, make some good momentum.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And the Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Gibson. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're working that left side. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
Looking to throw, it's Batir. Bringing the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down, lost the throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Huggins. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback gets the first down. Still on his feet. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the air, it's Mateer. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Oklahoma. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Shoots his way for more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got the 1st down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
If I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on goal.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And some room to work. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Fights off the defender. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. He's looking to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Under fire. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
To the air, it's Mateer. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Burks. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory. Down 6 and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. Big guy smells it. Touchdown Sooners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quickly to the tight end. At the goes. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They move on top here in the fourth.
And it just looked about to order. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Huggins. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 30. The give to the tailback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Caught near the sticks, it's Kent. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to barrel in. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. To the air, it's Mateer. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for two there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Fires to the big fella. And that is how we will wrap this one up.